Hey YouTube, what's going on? Abyssal Wave here, and today I'm going to be going over the patch 7.2.5 Unholy DK Relic Rankings for Dark Arbiter. Now, if you want to see Defile and you want to see Soul Reaper, I'll post them down in the description below, and you can check out that chart. But I'm going to be going over single target and AoE 3 target in this video. Now, again, this chart has been made by Banter and Melekus from the Unholy DK Discord. I highly recommend that if you ever see them or, meet them for some reason or talk to them, please thank them for this chart because it is absolutely incredible. Its last update was June 25th, but let's get into it. So this is obviously, as you can see, and I went over in the Frost DK Relic Rankings, this is percentage based. So compare the percents. So example, if we look at single target right now, a 870 Darkest Crusade is not going to be better than a 865 Plague Bear. However, an 875 Darkest Crusade is going to be better than an 865 Plague Bear based on the single target chart that we see here. So that's how you would compare relics to each other. So you just look at what is the best relic and line it up with the eye level and the relic trait themselves. So of course that's how it works. So this chart, as you can see, obviously shows us that Plague Bear is superior for single target. But wait, if I post up the AoE 3 target right now, you can see that it is also best for AoE 3 target. Now that was kind of expected. Like, who didn't expect Plague Bear to be best for AoE 3 target? However, it is kind of surprising to see Plague Bear become best for single target. Then you really think about it, you look at your DPS and you see, shit, Virulent Plague does a fuck ton of damage. And each of those traits adds just an enormous amount of damage to Virulent Plague. So it does make sense, actually. But the scaling with AoE, of course, as you can see, it is absolutely insane at the beginning. Plague Bear being dominant in the early levels, and then the scaling for things like Darkest Crusade and Eternal Agony come in. And once you get up to the 955, there's actually not a huge disparity between the relics because they do scale very well, and Virulent Plague doesn't scale as crazy as they do. So, of course, you can see there that eye level does normally even things out a little better, but in the early levels you're going to see things dominated by Plague Bear. Mostly you're really just going to want those for AoE 3 target. And since Tomb of Sargeras, it does have quite a few AoE target fights, then you might just want to stack yourself some Virulent Plague relics. But this chart is not really used to find out what you should be farming for, because it's blatantly obvious from looking at the chart. You should kind of be farming for Plague Bear if you're farming Mythic pluses, but it is also to just show you if you get a relic that looks like an eye level upgrade, please refer to this chart and you can see if it is actually an upgrade for you. That is the purpose of this chart. So thank Banter and Melekus if you ever see them on the DK Discord, because they are incredible for doing this chart and it really does help a lot of people out. But let's go over where to get these best in slot relics. So if I bring up my list right now and I post fire right now, we can see that Plague Bear drops from Vault of the Wardens, Darkest Crusade drops from Court of Stars, Upper Kara, and Fallen Avatar and Tomb of Sargeras, Deadliest Coil drops from Violet Hold, Lash of Shadows does not currently drop for fire relics. Eternal Agony drops from Neltharian's Lair, Lower Kara, and Sisters of the Moon in Tomb of Sargeras. Now we get into shadow relics. Plague Bear drops from Violet Hold, Cathedral, Lower Kara, and Kil'jaeden in Tomb of Sargeras. Darkest Crusade drops from Upper Kara, Vault of the Wardens, and the Desolate Host in Tomb of Sargeras. Deadliest Coil drops from Neltharian's Lair. Again, Lash of Shadows does not currently drop for shadow relics. And Eternal Agony drops from Eye of Azar, Opera, and Harjatan and Tomb of Sargeras. Finally, for blood relics, Plague Bear drops in Cathedral, Darkest Crusade drops from Blackroot Hold and Maiden of Vigilance in Tomb of Sargeras, Deadliest Coil drops from Neltharian's Lair, Upper Kara, and Vault of the Wardens, and Lash of Shadows drops from Kil'jaeden. This is the only Lash of Shadows you can possibly get. However, if we look at the charts, which you can just scroll back to look at or bring it up on your own screen, you can see that this it's not like a crazy overpowered trait like some of the other new traits were, the relics that give the new traits. Some of them are just absolutely broken for things like Shadow Priests and for Windwalker Monks. However, this is just not crazy strong. And then finally, Eternal Agony from Eye of Azar for blood relics. So that is your list for where to find your best in slot relics. So I am doing that for, Unholy as I did it for Frost. And again, I'd like to address some things before I end the video. I did delete my Tomb of Sargeras Relic rants. The reason I deleted it was not because it did get, you know, a decent amount of dislikes. It got like 52 likes in total and 15 dislikes. But I deleted it because I sounded like a bitch in it. I sounded like a whiny ass bitch. And I didn't feel like I got my point across like I wanted to. I felt like I just came across like I was whining and complaining about something that I wanted to just bring up a logical argument for. And lastly, I did make a video talking about my choice to reroll to Unholy. Now, I'm going to be just blunt with you guys. I don't feel like I really got my point across in that. I'm playing Unholy because it is currently doing more damage for me right now. That is the simple reason why I'm playing Unholy. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to help my guild out however possible. And the reason I'm able to switch to Unholy is because I got incredibly lucky in the beginning of the expansion, and I got the shoulders, which are now best in slot, and the other day I did get Cold Heart, so it is a pretty easy decision for me. I'm currently doing more damage than Frost. I do love Frost. I was really disappointed when they didn't update Frost to a new build or give us some more stuff to really play around with Frost. Is still the same cookie cutter build, and I'm not too happy with how the tier currently works. So I'm just not happy with Frost. It came across as me saying that I am bored of Frost. I'm not necessarily bored of Frost. I'm just really frustrated with what they're doing with Frost. They're not really giving Frost anything new. But with Unholy, they gave them the new Dark Arbiter build, which is so much fun to me. I'm really fucking enjoying it right now, especially because I have the shoulders. So I just want to address those kind of points, because there was a lot of heat in the comments, people just arguing back and forth with each other. Again, I'm not abandoning Frost. I'm going to continue to do Frost videos as evidence from my video yesterday, and I'm going to be doing the big guides coming up this week, later this week. So hopefully you guys can look forward to that. I hope you guys found this video useful, and I hope I cleared up some confusion with the videos in the last few days. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.